Salam. Good morning. Strength is not recognized on the roads. Strength is recognized today by the power of voting and literacy. Send your children to school. Make sure they graduate. Be conscious about how many House of Representative seats you have. In California, you have 53. You mean to tell me that with a population of 600,000 Muslims, we cannot win 3 seats? We just have to find a way to make it happen. Learn from people who, after the Second World War, came to this country. These are people that were not allowed in restaurants. Blacks and Jews. Look how they courageously, intellectually manipulated the system. They even changed their first names. Nothing wrong with that. But they assimilated into the society by doing so. Go watch a movie, a true movie called Schindler's List. That list, look at the names of the people in that list. And look at the names today. It's David. It's John. It's Ben. Those were not the names that this entire people of faith carried with them from Germany or wherever they came from. They joined different parties. They put their kids into school and almost forced them to become somebody, to educate themselves, to become doctors. Look at their contribution towards society. Try to emulate the Jewish people. Their contribution towards this society cannot be duplicated by anybody, but you can do it. They're in real estate. They're in banking. They're in law. The best attorneys, doctors, surgeons, politicians, congressmen, in art, music, movies. They're hard-working people. We need to learn from them. They're not against us. In media, Jake Tapper, Wolf Blitzer, these are journalists I look forward to listening for the last 28 years. I never thought in a million years that I would be biased against what I hear from them today. One-sided. Well, maybe they'll change. Maybe Fareed Zakaria, who is supposedly a Muslim, will start speaking about these facts. Because the world listens to him. I'm a nobody. Not even a penny as compared to what Fareed Zakaria is and will be. These are the people we need to support us, to educate us, to help us. But that doesn't mean the wrongs that is being done by Muslims in the shape of ISIS, in the shape of Taliban, those things should not be part and parcel of appreciation. It cannot be appreciated because these people are projecting the wrong kind of Islam. That is not what Islam is all about. Islam is all about acceptance, about giving, about caring for your neighbor. Love thy neighbor. Go make friends. Let people know that we believe in justice. We have empathy. What is it in Donald Trump that people follow him like a cult? What is it? Is he dishing out dollars? $100 bills? People come from all walks of life to listen to him. Irrespective of the projection he gets a negative projection by CNN. It doesn't matter to him. He is who he is. He speaks out. Sometimes a person who speaks out is hated. I wanted to do an interview with Donald J. Trump. And I think if the matter would have gotten to him, he would have accepted it. I wanted to project him to the Muslim people, the real Donald J. Trump, not the edited version of what we get to see. He's not a sex offender. He doesn't hate the Muslims. If anybody recalls, after he won the elections, the first country he landed in with his wife was Saudi Arabia. I think we all remember the sword dance. Geez, I was scared with all those swords around him, but he did it. And from there he flew into Israel. He brings countries together. Try to see that version of Donald J. Trump and educate yourself. Help to educate the people of Palestine. If the 50 countries somehow manage to come together under the banner of Islam and become righteous, you will be very powerful, very educated. You will be able to contribute in the world of science. Look at Pakistan. It's a nuclear-based country against all odds. They against all odds, they managed to do it. They don't have money. There is inflation. Their economy is in tatters. World Bank owns them, but their army is one of the strongest in the world. They displayed that in Somalia. When the Black Hawk went down, it was the Pakistani army that came to the rescue of United States soldiers. They lost 30 of their people, but they didn't back down. That is one great thing about that nation. They don't back down. And the population believes in Islam. There are many sects there. Sects destroy faith, whether it is Ireland, it is Britain. Sects destroy faith. Don't let that come in the United States between you, all of you. You're bound by faith. It's a brotherhood. But extend that brotherhood to other faiths. Let them know you are their brother. You are there as a neighbor. You're there as a friend, and you will see the difference because God will help you. The media doesn't project things right. I've been to 114 countries. I went to Egypt and I traveled the route that Mother Mary took with Jesus Christ and wherever she stayed. Those old churches are all there. Do you know what is mentioned as God in Arabic in those churches? It's still written. One can check it. It says Allah. What does the media do today? It projects Muslim God as Allah, Christian God as God. Has anybody heard of the Abrahamic faith? When the Quran says that all prophets are created equal, which prophets are they talking about? Because prior to Muhammad, all the prophets are termed as Muslims because of their deeds. They didn't read the Quran. Adam, Noah, Jacob, Abraham, Joseph, Solomon, David. They're all in equal light to the Muslims. But you don't know that because Islam traveled, converted throughout the earth by a sword, unfortunately. Most of the people I know in Bangladesh, in Pakistan, in India, they don't even know what they're reading. They read Arabic and they don't know the meaning. Start reading things that you understand. If you don't know the Arabic language, read it in English. And then at least you understand what the religion says to you. It doesn't say behead Coptic Christians as ISIS did. It doesn't say to kidnap the Yazidi women 7, 8,000 and make them your fourth wives and switch them or sell them the next day? You really think that is Islam? We do not want to harm the religion. We want to better it. We can't do that. November 2024, please vote for Donald J. Trump. It's a matter of survival. It's a matter of recognition. Muslims need to be recognized. That is the only way forward. Protests are not going to get us anywhere. Whether it is in Columbia or UCLA or North Carolina or New York or wherever it is, you're only giving people fuel to the fire to display that we are not men of peace. We don't want that projection. We want to be projected the way we are, which is a humane society which contributes to the society for the betterment of the society. Let's make that happen. Let's elect Donald J. Trump to become the next president of the United States and expect him to be a righteous person, to make sure that if he has friends in Fox, if Sean Hannity is his friend or Jesse Waters, then he should tell them, don't go so hard against the faith. Go hard against the bad people in any faith, but project what is correct. If wrong is being done to the Muslim people, then state that. Shouldn't be a one-way traffic. We collectively can change that. And let's get our people in the house. 435. That should be the target. That is the mission, a greater mission. Can be achieved. It can be achieved. The other candidate of the Democratic Party, the President of the United States, Joe Biden, I think he realizes, because he's trying to make amends. We have to communicate this time that Mr. Biden, your acts going against the Muslim people, condemning them outright, whether it is done at the press conferences or through Tony Blinken or whoever it is, we have to not vote for him, irrespective of what roses are shown to us. Irrespective of how rosy the picture is, the damage has been done. The good part that came out of this damage is that we Muslims of the world, not just United States, now clearly understand that in order to make a difference, we have to stand together and we have to communicate to our respected governments. We Muslims, American Muslims, to the American government and the other governments all over the world, not to take us as if none of us knows politics or understands what kind of dictation you people are taking and not communicating the sentiments of the people, local people. People are hurting. People do not know what to do, how to channel their frustrations, how to convey or communicate. We can change that. We will change that. Mr. Biden should know that we Muslims know how to forgive. Forgiveness is something else. Forgetting something is something else. You cannot erase your memories, but you can learn to look past them. When Prophet Muhammad, who was a very decent person, went to Mecca with 10,000 soldiers and he won that battle because there was no resistance. There was no fight. He told his people to make sure that no one is converted by force and that they should go knock at their neighbors' houses to see if they have rations, if they have food. That is the ways of Muslims. We forgot that somewhere. We need to learn that again. No violence. Without violence, you can still communicate. We want to communicate that in November 2024. Because that communication will not only get to Joe Biden, but it will also get to Donald J. Trump. When he wins Georgia by double the votes that he lost. When he wins Michigan, I don't know if he will be able to change the result in Pennsylvania or New York, but give it your best shot. Make it count. Who knows where the roads will lead us? All a man can do is try. As they say, that smiles at all of us. All a man can do is smile back. Thank you very much. See you soon.